It was back in 2012 when we started to have a conversation about the future at the University of Washington. And one of the topics of the year was how so many U.S. universities were going abroad, they were going to China, they were creating campuses in conjunction with other universities in other parts of the world. And we said, I think the big prize will come to the university that goes in the opposite direction. Let's make the University of Washington the first university to bring a major university from China to the United States and create something that doesn't exist anywhere else in the country, a genuinely joint campus. And one of the things that was so interesting about it was that when we dared to dream, we concluded quickly that the big prize would be if we could go persuade Tsinghua University to come to Seattle. And we said, well, let's go for the big prize. And we started to do that. One of the good things about the relationship with Tsinghua University is it's actually a relationship that Microsoft had for 20 years before we ever started to have a conversation about what became GIX. I think we're so fortunate as a company that we were the first business in China to open a basic research facility. We opened it in Beijing. It was close to Tsinghua University. It gave us this incredible appreciation for the strength of the university, the faculty, the students, and it built a relationship of trust over time. I think the vision for GIX is and always has been to basically build a future model for higher education. It is a model that brings universities together from different places, and you can see how that has now become part of what GIX has become. That gets universities to collaborate in new ways, in some ways building on what we've seen in the business world. But second, it's about getting students to learn together across borders so that there's genuinely multinational, multicultural, even to some degree multilingual education, but that also breaks down traditional boundaries between, say, universities and businesses. Especially in the world of technology, so much of the cutting edge work is actually in companies. So the vision was to bring some of those cutting edge projects and needs out of companies and into GIX itself. So you have universities, you have students, and you have companies all working together in a new way. And I continue to believe that this new way is an important part of the future of higher education. I think GIX is fundamental to the future of this region in so many ways. First of all, it expands our higher education capacity. It builds on what I regard as one of the great crown jewels of Puget Sound at the University of Washington and gives it another way to grow. It builds a bridge across the Pacific between Puget Sound and Asia and China. It builds a stronger connection between Puget Sound and British Columbia, between Seattle and Vancouver. And it really builds a bridge between the higher education community and the business community in a manner that benefits students. You put these three things together and you see what a fundamental building block this is for the future of our region.